So basically, Persona 5 confirmed when exactly we're going to be getting the stream for 1.2, and it's at an amazing time for me of 8 a.m. EST. And I'm going to be streaming it, so I hope to see you guys there. Just stay tuned for the stream. I'm going to be starting 30 minutes before the stream actually goes up. And, you know, it would be a huge favor if you guys either turn notifications on the stream or like the stream in the description or the comments down below. What exactly is this video going to talk about? Well, we're going to be talking about what exactly should they be doing in this stream to make up for everything that happened. Now, as you can see on this thumbnail, it says drama response. And yes, in fact, it is a drama response because in the 1.2, they're gonna give us more information in the next broadcast, right? So that's going to be the thing. It says we will be explaining our future operation plans in the next broadcast. And we're going to have to see how exactly this goes, because this is overall a make it or break it moment. I think everyone agrees. So down below right now, I want your thoughts. What exactly do you think the game needs to do? Before even watching the video, what do you want the game to do? And then I'm going to give what I want the game to do for what I believe was the major fuck-ups. So in terms of major fuck-ups, there's really, I would say, three. Okay, there's three. Number one is going to be that we don't know when exactly Marion's going to be on the standard banner, right? That's number one. Now, to tie into that, Marion doesn't go on the standard banner immediately, but does that mean they want to coincide it for when she was added on CN? If that's the case, at least let us know. Number two, Marion and her weapon not being in Lufel's business plan. And number three, a lack of communication. So those are the three main things. So let's really break this down and talk about what I would like. Now, number one, this is honestly a big one, and they're already doing it. The stream needs to be at the same time as JP, because if not, we're behind on information for the English version, and that sucks. I understand that it's a JP stream, but just pre-record it and then put subtitles on it. I don't know what, but you just have to make sure it gets out. Now, number two, this is a big one. I literally saw a comment. Where was it? Someone, oh no, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. No. You make less rewards on quick patch. We don't fool to play your game. Well, basically, he's saying we're getting less rewards, quicker patches, and we're not fools enough to play your game, basically. But this is like overall just wrong, right? The patches are not quicker as of right now. We don't know if the rewards are better or worse. So what I want is something like this. Black Beacon did this when they were treating the global server unfairly. You could see what CN server got and what global server got for a bunch of compensation issues. And yes, this case is a bit different, but I think they should talk about what exactly they changed and in what way. I don't care if they spend 10 minutes on this, but I think it would be very important, honestly, if they could do something like this to show what exactly is different, right? I think this was something that got a lot of trust, or at least made people feel better on the Black Beacon community. 2,000 likes from this Twitter account is huge when you consider, right, 22,000 followers. Okay, it's not like a crazy amount. People, they're not getting 2,000 followers here and there, right? This is an insane design. So I would say something like this to show how exactly they changed certain things, I think honestly could go like miles with communication. And then of course, I already said it before, but just tell us when Marion's going to be on the standard banner, right? Tell us the exact dates. And this also goes for the future. And this is honestly very important because of the fact that, I mean, I'm going to make a video talking about like the final units of version of 1.0. And one of those units is Phoebe. And Phoebe is a standard unit. But is she a standard unit that is going to be there right away? Is she a standard unit that is going to take a while to get on standard? When are we going to find out? It's very important for all of the standard units, right? No matter who I pull up, all these units are pretty, I think Mio is standard. I'm pretty sure all these units are standard. And because of that, like, you might think they're worse, but they're not. These units are still very, very good. And I think, I mean, especially with Marion, like, you would want these units. So they gotta make sure to tell us when they're coming to standard, because we need to know. It will be less FOMO induced and overall make a happier community. So that is number one. Now, number two is Lufel's business plan. Now, people are saying a lot of shit that I've seen. I want to stop this right now. That Marion was not on Lufel's business plan 3 and 4 when it initially came out, and that's wrong. Lufel, I mean, I have the receipts from 2024. Thank you, Najox, by the way. Once again, go follow him in the description. Plan 3 and 4 came out in 1.3.2, right? 1.3.2 had all the non-limited characters weapons, and then all that good stuff. Because the weapons and characters went on limited 1.3.2, you could see Marion was in fact added immediately. When Plan 3 and 4 came out, which was later on in the patch cycles than Global, Marion was also added. Okay, that's the main thing we have to keep in mind, is that they actually did have Marion right away into Lufel's business plan. But we did not even get Lufel. Okay, Lufel, sorry, Marion. We didn't even get Marion in there, right? So that's something very important, is that compared to CN, who did get this 5-star weapon and 5-star dupe, which by far are the best picks. Besides, if you don't want Marion, like Leon's weapon is also not that bad. However, is it better to get Marion's weapon? Yes, for sure. It was by far the best pick, and they took it away from you, right? Now, the main reason, and there's the scummy part and also the logical part, while Marion isn't on standard yet, they brought Lufel's business plan early. It's not going to be updated, right? Also, by that time, you're going to be done. You're going to be done. There's no Marion weapon you're going to be getting by the time it's going to be 1.3.2, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now, how do they fix this? Honestly, I genuinely don't know. I think they fucked themselves over so hard to where the best thing they could do is give us an apology, maybe, of like just giving us the Marion dupe and then giving us like 40 weapon pulls, right? Maybe not give the full amount, because you're still able to get Leon's weapon. So I understand that. Leon's weapon is very good. However, they have to understand, like, this was a horrible fuck up. Like, out of all the fuck ups, this one's the worst. Like, this one's by far, in my opinion, the worst. The main reason is because Marion Standard, it's still going to come out. It's never going to come out, right? If we don't get it, we're losing out on a dupe 1 Marion and the weapon, which also means for those Somewhere Multi-Hot wanters and future havers, well, she's not going to be as good because Marion won't be as good, and they are each other's partners, right? So it really sucks, this part. Honestly, it's like, I've been like thinking about it so much, and people are like, oh, this isn't enough. Whatever I recommend, like 50 pulls compensation, it's not enough. And they're right, because you would technically need 160 pulls to maybe guarantee this dupe, and then you would need 140, I think, to guarantee this one. So it's a lot, and I think they might have to just outright give it to us because of how shitty it's been, and how mad people are. I think this is the one thing that would kind of make people fine with everything, right? If they just give it to us. But the problem with that is then we've already gotten it, right? Now the thing is, at least for the I'm pretty sure the weapon, whichever one's the last one, I'm pretty sure it is the weapon. You could definitely just add Marion into this, right? Because no one's going to be done by the time 1.2 comes out. I don't think. Let me know down below. I don't think. I'm not going to check, but I'm pretty sure weapon won't be done. Because of that, can't they just add the weapon for Marion to that and then basically just compensate us for only the character? Honestly, I think that would be a meta play, right? You add back in the weapon, which I think is the best way. It's the most damage control that benefits the players and the company, because they don't have to give out anything for the weapon because they added it back in. And all you have to compensate for is the dupe character. I think, honestly, that would be the best play. And hell, even for that, add Marion's dupe back in, but give Marion's dupe also to the people who already selected a dupe from this. I think that is the best way to go about the dupe problem by far. I really think that is. Let me know what you think. But I think adding Marion's weapon to Lufel's business plan 4, right? So that you could mitigate it right now. The weapon is fine. And then for the dupe, right? Just, I don't know, give it to everyone, or give a certain amount of pulls compensation. I think if you give like 40 or 50 rainbow pulls, while it's not a one-to-one direct relation, I do think having an extra 50 limited pulls for a future banner would be, in my opinion, enough. But are they going to do that? I don't see them doing that. 50 pulls is going to destroy their bank accounts. They're not going to have any money for a while. So I really do think they have to find something else for the dupe. But the weapon is very easy to solve. And I don't know, just maybe give the dupe for free. Shit. Like, to be able to activate the dupe, you still need Marion in the first place. I don't see why it's a problem, right? And that's basically kind of it, right? I don't think there's anything else. Like, it's basically communication regarding to Marion and Standard, and then it's Marion's business plan. Like, those are the two big things. There are other little things, right? I do believe something, hold on. Now, I mean, there is this, and there's definitely little things that they're being very scummy on, and they have to stop, right? I think I explained it, and, you know, people did like this analogy. It's like hitting someone, giving them a bruise, and then poking them afterwards. The poke is not as bad, but the damage was already dealt to where the poke is still going to hurt if they got a bruise, right? That's the thing. And little things like this need to be resolved, and this stream needs to be generational. So I hope to see you guys at the stream. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.